the key. Like one thing, like being at 100% and knowing that in this league the details decide about wins or losses, because it's just so competitive. And secondly, also knowing that we can hurt any team in this league at any moment of the game, and having that belief. And I think we've proven that over the past week. So yeah, super excited.
Faced or had a really good defensive outing in this last game against Chicago, even with some changes to the lineup. How do you feel that the team is gelling here in the second half of this season?
Yeah, our defense has been amazing. We've also worked since the summer break a lot on our box defending, and I think you can see that it's paying off, and it doesn't matter who is playing. Everyone knows exactly what to do, and we have each other's backs. And also the new players coming in, it doesn't even feel like they're new. I think that speaks volumes about them, but also about us as a team. And also I think our attackers or anyone on the field is doing a great job defending, tracking back, throwing themselves into doers. So I think our defense starts also with our offense.
You guys have a question for Houston National Head Coach Fabrice Gautrat? Go ahead and raise your hand. Fabrice, team's here in Washington preparing for this upcoming match against the Washington Spirit. How are you navigating preparations for this match?
Yeah, it was good to have a couple more days of rest. We've had, obviously, 3 away games prior to the Chicago game, and so it was a fast turnaround from Utah to Chicago. So, yeah, it was good to kind of get some extra rest and get some players back. So, yeah, we're excited and we're in good spirits and we're ready for a really big game.
Thank you for that. We'll start with Diego. Diego, go ahead.
What, Reese? First of all, I want to talk a little bit about performance against Chicago. I think she was absolutely dangerous, especially in the first half, where she had a bunch of dangerous chances before she got her goal. Can you talk to me a little bit about how you guys want to translate that performance into Washington?
Yeah, look, I think it's important from a team and a player standpoint that you start gaining momentum and start peaking at the right time. And I think you're seeing that from Yaz, and I think there's a direct correlation with how we've been playing as well. You know, she's one of our marquee players, and I think as she's getting into a rhythm, being more dangerous, it's really translating from the team performance and a result standpoint. So, I think the biggest thing with her is keep finding her the ball, keep finding a rhythm. I think she's a very rhythmic flow player, so I think it's really important, early on, when she kind of can get into a flow early on, you really see that momentum kind of carry through the game. So, yeah, no, she's been great for us, and we need to keep. I thought it was one of our best performances from a goal creation standpoint. Spirit, as you know, has, especially with Adrian coming on, they've really bunkered down on the defensive side, and they've been one of the better teams in the league defensively. So it'll be a good challenge in terms of how we can create an environment like that.
And just wanted to ask you any updates on Jake Devil, but anyway.
Yeah, we're still evaluating her. She's here. She's traveled a week, so whether she's in or out. I mean, she's a big part of what we do. We also have Abby, who I thought came in and played really well. So yeah, we're still evaluating the process, but she is here this weekend, and we'll see how these go.
And in Chicago, against Chicago, you guys had a lot of baby talks, and you guys had a lot of baby talks against Chicago.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about kind of where you see some of those players kind of stepping up their role a little bit as they get more involved with the team?
Yeah, I think the obvious one would be Malia, right? I think she's someone with extensive experience. She adds a quality that I don't think we've had necessarily on that last line, and I think she's also getting up to speed with how we want to defend the box, how we want to press, all those things. So she's really growing. She's very hungry to grow and learn, and I think if you look at her skill set, she adds tremendous value to what we want to do. So, yeah, from that standpoint, I thought she was really good. The other piece is obviously Sarah, right? Sarah hadn't started for quite a bit of time, and I thought she came in, plugged seamlessly. I thought she helped break pressure for us. I thought she was quality. And then Anna as well. I thought Anna came in, and, she'd been out for a long time, especially with a couple of years with some of the injuries she's had, but she has been a stalwart in this league, and has shown a lot of quality. So we're excited to kind of have her in and start trickling in some minutes with her for sure.
And when it comes to having an away game like Washington, they're the second team in the NWSL. What's kind of mentality currently going into a game like that?
Yeah, like every team has quality. Every team's going to be difficult, but every team is also beatable. And so I think it's just looking at them objectively, not saying, oh, they're second. And I don't think we're at a stage where our team isn't really, we don't necessarily fear anyone. Like, obviously, we respect everyone, but there's not like this fear. We know if we can do what we do, we will create chances. We will make it hard to play against us. And especially if we can, especially with some of the quality of players and the type of players that we're bringing in, especially into the lineup, we should be able to have a little more success from an in-possession standpoint. So, yeah, for me, it's just going to be an exciting battle, to be honest with you. I think the players are ready and we're excited for the challenge.
And then final question for me, Delaney has been a player that you've kind of been moving up the offensive side of the ball as of like we saw her play as one of the strikers in Chicago. Do you see her kind of shift higher up again, or do you see her being pushed kind of down in that midfield role, kind of where she started to see it?
So full transparency, she's been a 10 for us. So maybe she's drifted forward and kind of done different things, but she's really a pocket player for us. So she has a little bit of freedom in terms of where to rotate and where to find spaces. But that hasn't really changed, especially from the second part of the season. If you look at the first half of the season, after about the first 4 games, she was playing more in the 6 role, but we see her kind of in that pocket 10 role with a little bit of freedom to find space.
Thanks, Fabrice. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Manny, go ahead.
Morning, Fabrice. So let me talk about the Washington matchup. As you were mentioning that they were more defensive team, like to pull back. What would be the key areas for the Dashers exploit that and take a one-on-one against Washington side?
Yeah, I mean, Washington still are pressing very well. They're just a lot more defensively sound. I think, especially in the second half, and the stats show it. They're averaging less than 1 expected goals a game, which shows that, defensively they've done some things to make them harder to break down. And so, as we all know, like, there's no secret, when you can improve those areas, results start coming your way. That's been the same thing with us as well. So, yeah, they're going to be hard. I think the first piece, okay, how do you break the first line? Whatever they do, Spirit. The problem that Spirit poses is they do a lot of different things, and they can adjust on the fly a lot. So we just have to be ready. Hopefully, we've done a good job of exposing our players to a lot of different pictures, so they just feel very confident and can kind of solve problems on the fly with that. So I think for us is being able to observe accurately what is going on, and then be able to just find that solution to that problem.
And I think just want to take back what Diego said, like, with next player stepping up, we sit down with Sarah Puntigam and Abby Smith now, potentially. How credit does the team Spirit resilient on this final push to try and get to the playoffs? It's really demonstrating on the field.
Yeah, if you look at even our roster build, not even from last year to this year, but even like from the beginning of the year to where we are now, like, I think our front office and recruitment department have done a really good job of just adding quality depth to the positions. Now we're having really hard decisions. Okay, who's going to be in our 20? All these things, and I think to your point, it's a testament where, okay, a Maggie Graham goes down. Okay, a Jane Campbell goes down. Okay, whoever it is, like whoever goes down, the next person's ready and up. And I think we have a very competitive training environment where everyone matters, everyone's valued. And because of how we train and how we do things, the next player is more than ready and eager to step up.
Thank you, Fabrice. Good luck.
Thank you.